There is a kind of conversation that stays with a woman long after it ends. Not because of what was said exactly, but because of how it felt. There was something in the air between the two of you. A little electricity, a little uncertainty. She wasn't completely sure where things were going, and that not knowing felt exciting rather than uncomfortable. That feeling has a name. It's called genuine tension, and if you learn how to create it naturally, you will never have to wonder again why some conversations die in 2 minutes while others keep going for hours. Most men think flirting is about saying the right line. They search online for something clever, something smooth, something that sounds like it came from a guy who always knows what to say. But here is what nobody tells you. She isn't responding to your words. She is responding to the energy behind your words. Two men can say the exact same sentence and get two completely different reactions. One makes her laugh and lean in. The other makes her look for the exit. The difference isn't the sentence. It's the man delivering it. Flirting is playful communication. That's the whole thing. It is not sexual pressure. It is not trying hard to impress her. It is not performing for her like she is an audience and you are auditioning. It is two people playing a small game together where both of them enjoy the back and forth. When you understand that, everything gets simpler. There are 4 things that make flirting actually work. The first is playfulness. You cannot be stiff and flirtatious at the same time. If you are too careful with every word, she will feel that carefulness, and it will make the whole thing feel like a job interview. Let yourself be a little light. Don't treat every moment like it has consequences. The second thing is confidence, not loudness, not showing off, just owning what you say. When you say something and then immediately look worried about how it landed, she feels that doubt before you even finish the sentence. Strong eye contact does more than almost anything else. It says you meant what you said and you are not running from it. The third is your body. Stand like you are comfortable being where you are. Lean in slightly when she says something interesting. Let yourself smile slowly rather than forcing a grin. Mirror her energy a little. When she laughs, let yourself laugh. Your body is saying things the whole time whether you are paying attention to it or not. The fourth is teasing and banter. This is the engine of real flirting. It creates the push and pull that makes conversation feel alive. You show interest, and then you pull back just slightly. Something like telling her she is fun, but you are still making up your mind about her. Said with a smile, that single sentence creates more tension than 100 compliments would. She suddenly wants to know what you think. She is now engaged in a way she wasn't a second ago. There are specific ways to put this into practice. Start with something unexpected and light, rather than a standard greeting. Get caught looking at her, and instead of looking away quickly, hold it for 1 extra second and then smile slowly before you look away. When she says something that gives you an opening, turn it into a small inside joke and come back to it later. Small callbacks like that make her feel like the two of you already have a little world together. Touch. When it is natural and not forced, does something words cannot. A light tap on the arm while you are both laughing. Guiding her slightly through a crowd. These small moments of physical contact land differently than anything you say. There are also things you never do. You do not tease her about something she cannot change. Not her appearance. Not her family. Not anything that touches a part of her she is already sensitive about. That is not banter. That is a wound disguised as a joke, and she will feel the difference immediately. You also do not flirt without stopping. It is something you sprinkle into conversation, not something you pour over everything. When it is constant, it loses all its power. The contrast between a normal moment and a flirtatious one is what makes the flirtatious one land. Now here is something important to understand. Things will sometimes go wrong. You will say something that doesn't land. It will hang in the air for a moment, and you will feel it. The worst thing you can do is freeze or apologize 5 times. Just acknowledge it lightly. Something like, that one didn't quite work. Let's move on. Then move on. One moment that doesn't land does not undo everything else. Think of it like a bowl of blueberries. If one isn't great, you don't throw out the whole bowl. You just keep going. What you are really building here is not a technique. It is a way of being in conversation. Relaxed, present, a little playful, genuinely interested in her without being desperate for her approval. When she feels that combination, she doesn't want the conversation to end. She walks away thinking about it. She finds herself smiling at something you said when she is alone later. That is what genuine tension feels like from her side. And it has nothing to do with the lines you memorized. It has everything to do with the man you are when you are talking to her. If this way of thinking about connection speaks to you, subscribe to this channel because there is a lot more ahead that builds on exactly this.